Let's jump right in. Welcome to This Explainer, where we're uncovering the hidden architecture behind our digital attention. Look, we all spend hours scrolling. It's just a fact of life. But today, we're zooming out. We're going to look at the macro data behind all those clicks to really deconstruct YouTube's content giants.
So think about your own screen time habits for just a second. What are billions of people actually watching every single day? You know, it's so easy to assume everyone is watching exactly what we're watching, right? Because the algorithms, they personalize our feeds so incredibly well. But when we step back and look at the macro data, a very specific structured ecosystem emerges. Let's figure out where your viewing habits actually fit into the grand scheme of the internet.
Okay, let's dive into this first section, the giants of content on YouTube.
The platform's massive viewership ecosystem is primarily divided into four massive slices. We've got gaming, education or how-to videos, kids content, and other global trends. And these aren't just random genres. They actually map directly to fundamental human needs, forming the absolute bedrock of the digital attention economy.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is that gaming commands a massive, continuous fan base. We're not talking about some passing trend here. The viewer attention and daily return rates in the gaming sector create this permanent, totally self-sustaining universe of digital entertainment. It is absolutely huge.
Literally millions tune in specifically for famous video game moments and the absolute thrill of live challenges. There's just this undeniable electricity to watching a live challenge unfold in real time, or seeing top-tier players navigate these iconic digital landscapes. It is highly interactive, totally community-driven, and the energy, it's just relentless. It completely transforms what used to be a solitary activity into a massive, global spectator sport.
Moving on to Section 2, the phenomenon of searching how.
Think about it. When was the very last time you used the search bar to solve a real-world problem? Because search queries starting with how actually top the platform searches. We have literally outsourced our practical memory to this giant visual encyclopedia.
Programming tutorials, cooking recipes, language learning, professional development, the sheer variety is staggering. This how-to ecosystem proves the platform has evolved from just a pure entertainment hub into a critical daily survival tool. Millions of users rely on this space to navigate and upgrade their everyday lives.
All right, Section 3, kids content, the absolute kings of views.
And this brilliantly illustrates just how astronomically huge this demographic is. Kids content doesn't just do well, it holds the highest record numbers in the platform's entire history. The viewership numbers here absolutely dwarf almost everything else. It's a massive, highly repeatable engine that shapes the early digital experiences of the youngest demographics globally.
When we break down what's actually driving these unparalleled historical records, it's specifically children's songs, animations, and cartoons. Catchy, repetitive music and animated clips create this loop of engagement that kids just simply love. I mean, these videos are watched, rewatched, and played on an endless loop in living rooms all around the world, driving view counts into the tens of billions. It is a phenomenal digital babysitter and educator rolled into one.
Let's move to and see how this builds into Section 4, other categories dominating globally.
So, beyond those core foundational pillars we just talked about, gaming, education, and kids content, we have these supplemental global dominators, things like vlogs, reviews, and fitness. While the first three fulfill specific utilities or target specific demographics, this next layer is what has really taken the world by storm to effectively shape modern consumer culture.
Let's break these down. First, vlogs following the daily lives of creators and celebrities. They build intense viewer loyalty and curiosity. Then, product reviews, specifically for tech and beauty. I mean, almost no one buys a new smartphone or beauty product without verifying it in action here first, right? And finally, health and fitness, which has experienced massive recent growth by effectively turning our screens into decentralized global gyms.
Section 5, conclusion. What does this mean?
So the crucial point is that when we analyze this anatomy of attention, we aren't just looking at random digital noise. Our journey through gaming, how-to searches, children's animations, and lifestyle content perfectly maps back to fundamental human desires. We seek entertainment, we crave utility, we need joyful distractions for our families, and we want connection and health. It's like a giant digital mirror reflecting exactly what humanity cares about on a daily basis. It really makes you rethink your own digital footprint, doesn't it? Now that you know exactly what the rest of the world is watching, what will you search for next? Thanks for joining me for this explainer. Keep learning, keep questioning, and I'll catch you next time.